Hi guys, welcome back to MBA Pulse. Just a recap on the bootcamp process. I know most of you have attended interviews, PI process, and you might have got letters from various institutions by now because we are at the end of March. So I first of all want to wish you all the best for a good institution. I hope you're watching my videos continuously to get some inputs and insights into what you're really looking for. Just to give you a recap on the bootcamp process, so far we have covered marketing, HR, general overview of all the subjects. Now let's get into today's specialization is about finance. So in finance, what do we people look at? If you're a management graduate or a PGDM, or MBA graduate, you will be looking at various things in finance specialization, and the basically how that 100 marks is divided in a 3 credit course. For example, the 20% may be for quiz, and project management would be for 10%, and then midterm will be 30%, end term will be 40%, and there could be case studies also by some other professors which may give 10%. So it will vary between, so midterm could be 20 and 30. At the end, it is 100 marks is divided into various the components which I talked about. So case studies is also important in financial management as well. So let's now look at the financial specialization. What are the subjects you will be looking at? You will be looking at accounting for business decisions. So it's not just accounting for business decision, how it's going to influence. So that will be a major portion of it. I'm taking a subject which is an accounting related subject now. So I am yet to get into finances side. And in finance, you'll be definitely covering business statistics, financial management, Indian financial system, and services, strategic cost management. Then you will have financial and business analytics, and you will have various tracks running related to finance. So I'll give a couple of examples for you to get a clarity on what are the subjects which will be parallelly running in tracks is behavioral finance, risk management, rural and microfinancing, investment banking, investment analysis, portfolio management, commodities and derivatives, very, very important, and digital and core banking operation, how it is done, financial impacts of this core banking, digital banking, and how do you learn digital banking there, and financial reengineering is another the track which people will be looking at. Banking and insurance is another one. Risk and treasury management is definitely there, and indirect taxation, project appraisal is very, very important, and mergers and acquisition. So these are the major things, and there could be beyond that treasury operation, accounting for innovation, that is startup accounting, how it is happening. How do you plan startup is a new subject which some of the PGDM institutions are looking at. So if you look at the overall for this financial specialization as such in the bootcamp, I would say accounting rules is most of the things you'll be studying there. Accounting concepts, the foundation will be very strong, and financial statement reading, which is very, very important. And then you also look at various things related to finance. It could be ratio analysis, managerial accounting. All these things will be part of the financial subject. And then what practically you will learn is a cash flow and fund flow, the net present value, probability theory, and then regression analysis, and then forecasting, which are very, very important from the business point of view. So if you talk about one particular subject, I'll take so that it'll be very clear to you how that 100 marks will be divided. As I told, quizzes, you have concept clarity through foundation, and then you also have something on project management. You have a midterm and end term. All these things will decide your 100 marks for the subject. So let's take a very, very simple subject to make you understand how the outlines are going to look at for the specialization of finance. So you will be studying basically the accounting analysis, for example, a paper which will be definitely covered by every PGDM institution. So here we are talking about introduction to accounting, and then we are talking about how to read a financial statement and how do we analyze financial statements, and then introduction to accounting concept, and then accounting principles, and then how accounting is done practically in an organization, and how do we do accounting for restructuring, so when the restructuring happens. And then it'll also involve a profit and loss account and income statement and expenditure statement, and income measurement. How do you really measure the income, and what are the components before arriving at a net profit or a net loss or whatever the terms people are using, and balance sheet reading. That's very, very important. And another thing which is very important in financial management is valuation of accounting and of inventories. So we can have working capital management. How do we value inventory, and what are the principles of it? And then accounting for fixed assets, and then depreciation methods which are followed by different standards of accounting, and different concepts used for depreciation accounting, and also the gap which we will be looking at. Now IFRS will also be definitely covered. And then financial statement analysis is very, very important. So there probably the PDD institution will use case studies of certain companies, how they fared well or they did not do well, what are the changes they made, and how it impacted the financial analysis and the financial growth of a company. So there could be a couple of case studies of Indian companies as well as companies, MNCs. So general reading of the company related analysis and the portfolio management will help a lot. Then the next chapter will be definitely cash flow analysis, fund flow statement, and last but not the least is the other disclosure in the annual reports which are required, which is to be studied with sections. So if you look at finance specialization, the outlines are given. These are the major things, almost 90% of it I've covered. So if you are good or at least average and above in numbers, probably you can look at financial, finance specialization. So people with engineering background can also look at finance and operation as a dual specialization, because this will give the opportunity to work in techno management companies, also in the financial sectors, in the investment banking and other things. That will give a lot of opportunities for you to get placed and get picked up in with good CTC. So that's what I have for you today on finance specialization in boot camping, and I'll be covering one more topic of the operation related thing in my next video. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you have subscribed to my channel MBA Pals in YouTube, and do visit www.mba-pals.com. Thank you so much for listening to me. Have a great day.